When this video finds you, you are going to be in a birth inception. That's what's been coming through today for me, and I was like, wow, I need to stop what I'm doing and make this video. You can see my laptop in the background. I've been working so much on Nove. So I got this sweatshirt made and my hat and bag, but it's those are elsewhere. But this is your reality, this is your Nove. That is like a big part of the app, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that it's almost live. I just got an email from the app developer program the other day, yesterday, and we are one step closer. So I've learned a lot about the process of developing an app, and I thought it was going to be live weeks ago. I told my founding members, like, we're ready for go time, and there are just so many additional steps that I never knew because I've never done this before. But the app is amazing, and I'm so excited for it to be live. So I was doing my thing. Happy Easter, by the way. It's Easter here in everywhere, but I'm in Portugal, and I am not really doing much today. This morning I woke up and was like, I'll go to the beach. My angels and guides were like, go to the beach and take the dogs. There's not going to be anybody there. You can have them run free. And that was the case, which was really cool. Maybe you guys have been experiencing this too, but I've been having such clear confirmation from my angels and guides the past week especially. Maybe it's significant to do with Easter, but I've clicked on a few different like channeled videos to watch while I'm doing edits of the app, and it is literally like they are speaking to me. And sometimes YouTube will recommend like a random video, like someone I don't even subscribe to, and if the title, you know, when you get that feeling, that intuition feeling, if it feels that way, I click on it. And sometimes it is just so incredible. I don't know if I talked about this on my channel, but so I obviously have a lot of connection with Amenti. I have talked about Amenti, but Thoth is a part of Amenti, right? And before I knew about him and what he is, and I still have a lot to learn about him. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right still. That was also part of it. So when I went down to Amenti a year ago, the halls of Amenti, if you don't know, you can look up the halls of Amenti and go down that rabbit hole. But I went down there in a meditation on my birthday a year ago, and I met Thoth down there, and he instructed me to like crack open an egg. So crazy to think about now, because it's like the last year has literally been hatching and remembering the kingdom within, raising this consciousness that I found down there up to earth. It's been so profound. And then like I had such a clear vision of him, and then I came across like that, like the content, the books and whatnot that have him and have images of him, and I was like, whoa, that's exactly who I was working with down there. So anyway, he's been coming through a lot recently because I was guided into going back into Amenti. It's been a slow process. Like Amenti, my journey and my relationship with Amenti has not been like all at once. It started over a decade ago when I first was introduced to the halls of Amenti. And so whenever I feel that call, whenever I get that nudge from my reality, my guides, signs to go down, then I go down or go to Amenti. And so I had seen two people recently who were those signs. And when I was in Amenti working with Thoth, he showed me like one of the visions that I had this one day. It was like an hour that I spent there. He showed me this like treasure box, and I was like, what is this? My mind was kind of getting in my way. Also, this curtain is like blowing so close to the camera but never touching. I was like, what is this? And my mind was kind of like doubting it, but it was just what it was meant to be. And he was showing me like different things. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. They were all like super random, but then they ended up making a lot of sense. And I don't think it's important for me to remember exactly what was in the box. But what was so funny was that this random channeled message appeared on my phone the other day, and she was like, Egypt might be really specific to you, Thoth might be really specific to you, I'm seeing like a treasure box. I was just like, what the fuck? And maybe this is a separate example, but maybe you guys remember when I was in Switzerland. If you've been here since Switzerland, that was when I first started the channel 2 years ago. The message that started coming through then was follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road, and there's no place like home. And that is really significant to me because that's been coming through a lot recently, where it's like there's no place like home and the kingdom within. Like I've really been exploring this kingdom within, this like home within, remembering really a deeper truth than ever before. Like ever since coming here to Portugal, I've been having like a really interesting spiritual awakening, and part of that spiritual awakening has also been spells and understanding pendulums to a whole new level. Like how I've shared since being here is like, I'm like, why do I not want to go to yoga classes like I thought I would be, or like I don't want to go to group breath work, or like you do the things that I thought I would be so excited about doing while here. And that's not to say that I won't go to them in the future, I will, but I think that I had to, number one, like lockdown on the app, but like number two, I had to really understand this concept of spells and how we fall into them in, I want to really remember this example that I've said on here before, but it's like, it's kind of like be wary of what's obviously like going to trap you in lower vibrations, but like be wary of, and this is not exactly how I originally found it, but like of what looks good, pretty much like what is all sparkly and gold and like what you love and what you're drawn to and what seems like love and light, but that's oftentimes where we're deceived. And so I kind of was shown like, oh, that's where a lot of deception, a lot of these like darker energies, entities, spells, agreements that I had not known about, traps that I had fallen into, pendulums that I had fallen into, happened, was in those kinds of vulnerable, very vulnerable environments. And so follow your brick road, spells, and then another channeler had mentioned both of those in a video, and I was just like, wow, like everything's all making sense. And so one of the videos was also talking about birth and being birthed. And so I've been talking about giving birth, right? So I think a lot of us, if you found this video, like maybe you're having these moments already where things are like lining up, and maybe they will at some point in the video, or maybe it just has that feeling of like, yes, this is for me. But what was I just gonna say? The birthing part, it's like giving birth is a very uncomfortable experience, right? It's like, but it's beautiful and profound. Like you're going to the ethers, to the portal, you're bringing life through, and you're bringing that into reality, and your body and your physical being is going through this like experience of like pushing and changing and breaking and tearing, and like you're breaking apart in order to bring this through. This idea through. And once this, well, the example is the idea. So you're maybe not giving like actual birth right now, but you're birthing an idea through your reality, and your life is breaking apart, falling together in a whole new way. The thing with like a mother giving birth is that she's never going to be the same anymore after giving birth. Like her life will forever change. She will become a new version of herself, a more evolved version of herself, a more open, a more loving, all these things because of that process of giving birth. And it is fucking uncomfortable. And the other thing that I've noticed with this specific example is how it was, well, it's not like very specific, but I noticed something in someone that I'm following. He's a sailor, sailing with Phoenix, I believe. And he did a crossing to Hawaii, and that's when like millions of people started following him, and now he's about to sail the world. And he gave away his first boat because he made a bunch of money from getting all the followers with the first adventure, the first crossing, and so he bought a new boat and he's doing a bunch of work to the boat before doing like a full trip around the world without stopping. It's like the vision that he has. And so he's doing all this repair on the boat, and he said the other day, he's like, this is like, I'm almost at my breaking point. And that really connected a dot for me of a thought that I've been having, where it's like, when we're about to have a breakthrough, it feels like the breakdown, right? So when a woman is giving birth, so often she's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. Like, she'll say that to her partner, whoever's with her, the midwife. But you can. It's just so uncomfortable what you have to go through and what you have to break down in order to become who you're meant to be, in order to birth that idea that you're meant to birth. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If this was easy, everyone would do it. And the ways that you break apart, like, I just have to keep honing in on this part of it, is like the ways that you break apart in the process of creating and stepping into this version of you right now are so important. Like, that is that's the medicine there. The ways that you break apart are crucial to this process right now. Of course, we want it to be easy. We want it to be, you know, flowy and abundant and all these things, and it will be. Like, there are going to be so many moments of that. But what I feel right now for this specific topic is that you're supposed to be in this moment of breaking apart, of changing, of tearing, of shifting into the identity of who you need to be in order to have this life that you've been calling in, that you've been visualizing, and that literally you came to earth to do and to be and to experience. This is all part of the process. The example that one of the channelers was talking about was being birthed. And so this is where the birth inception came to my mind, because it's like, okay, yeah, we're giving birth to this idea right now, but also we're being born into our new life, our new world, into the new earth. Like, collectively we're going through the new earth emerging, and we're also stepping into, like, at the same time stepping into our own new earth, right? Like, our own purpose and mission. So many of us got the call, come to earth, help with the new earth emerging right now. And so you are literally having your own rise of your kingdom within. You're having your own rise of this, like, coming home to yourself. There's no place like home, right? You've been walking on the yellow brick road this whole time, like, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. I have courage, I have bravery, I want, I'm seeking, but really you actually had it the whole time. But you just stayed faithful, and you stayed focused, and you stayed on that yellow brick road, and now you're arriving to the kingdom within, and it's rising, and you're here and you're being birthed in a new earth that just happens to be being birthed at the same time that you're about to step into your most wealthy, most healthy, most abundant, most free, most loving, most aligned timeline, all these things. And so you're being born into this new timeline right now. What happens when you're born is what she was saying, is like, it's super freaking uncomfortable. It's super uncomfortable. I think this is channeled through Freya, I think. And so when you're being born, you come out of the womb and you're exposed to light for the first time, is what she said. You're exposed to light for the first time. You've been in darkness this whole time. It's like shocking, right? All of it is shocking. The people, you've never seen people before, like, everything is new. What I keep reminding myself, like, with the launch of the app, because this feels like such a timeline shift, like birthing this app into the world, what comes after I know is going to be shocking. Like, right now I'm breaking apart, I'm growing, I'm doing all these things, and I'm literally shifting into the version of me who is like the owner of this app that is live, no longer like the version of me who's just like locked away in a foreign land building it all night long. And so what happens in that process when you're born and when you shift into the timeline, when you quantum leap, there's that time of like needing to calibrate, where your nervous system needs to calibrate to the new timeline. And so you need to calibrate to the new timeline. You need to regulate into this new norm. That's what Nove is designed for, is regulating you to your chosen timeline. Okay. My camera died. So anyway, you practice visualizing. Zoomed in there. You practice visualizing the chosen timeline over and over and over. Any scene that you want to make, you can make a script for it. You can make a Nove is the process. So you make a Nove on, so like right now as I'm testing and editing and whatnot, I've made a script, a Nove script on the success of the launch of the app. And then I listen back to it and I normalize that within my nervous system, so that when I'm actually physically arriving in that perceived reality of that timeline, it's not such a shock and there's not such an adjustment period. It's just like, okay, I've arrived, I recognize this. And when the nervous system recognizes something, it doesn't mark it as unsafe, and so that you don't have to go through that whole process of like resisting the thing that you've always wanted, you know, because you've already become familiar with it. And so this is all happening, right? You're being born, you're birthing, you're breaking apart, and you're at your breaking point, or you might be close to your breaking point. That's all part of the process in order to make it a real thing. And you know, it's when you ask a mom about her birth, I feel like, from what I've experienced with talking to my friends about their birth experiences, is like it seems like it was so much more intense in the actual moment of it than looking back on it. Like when they look back on it, like they can't really remember all the pain and all the like suffering and all the things that happened in it as much. Like oftentimes they do, but like not really to the extent of what happened in that moment. Like in the moment, it's like, I can't do this. But then you're rewarded with this beautiful life that changes you forever the moment that you see it and hold it, and then it's yours, and you know that like this is real. This is real. This is forever for the rest of your existence. And so it's like when they reflect on the birthing story, they're like, oh yeah, it was like pretty hard, but it's like so worth it, right? So worth it. It had to happen. It literally had to happen that way in order for that baby to come through. So stay the course. Continue walking the yellow brick road. You are so close. You are literally, you're here. Like you're at the gates. You're maybe in the chambers of the, I don't know if chamber is the right word, of the kingdom. And now it's just about allowing the last bits of your old identity to fall apart or fall away. Finish what you have to do. Like stay focused and stay committed to what you have to do. That's been something else that has come through a lot recently. I shared like 2 videos ago. For some reason, the Lord's Prayer has been coming through a lot, like so randomly. I hadn't said it for like since I was in high school, in Catholic school. It's thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Deliver us not from evil. Something about deliver us not from evil, and something about temptation. So the part about temptation is like, that's for real too. Like it's been like a really interesting past year of observing the parts of religion that I do resonate with, in Christianity and Catholicism, but also seeing the spells in it, the distortions in it, the darkness in it, and finding my own path with it, especially after the Charlie Kirk stuff. Like I feel like that just for a lot of people was like, it brought you to the moment of asking yourself, like, where are you? That was my experience with it. I was like, where am I in my relationship with Christianity, in my relationship with Jesus, my understanding of Jesus, of Christ consciousness? And I just feel like nothing really changed. I just became more clear on things and explored things that I hadn't for a long time, like the Lord's Prayer. But the temptation part is like, it's so real when you're at that breaking point. Like I'm thinking of the example of the sailor guy. he's like in all these projects, right? And I don't know anything about like his personal life or anything, but like he's in all these projects and like they're so overwhelming and they're probably so stressful, and like this is just an example, but like we all have our distractions, right? Whether it's scrolling or alcohol or exercise. I mean, exercise is fine, but like over exercising, or I don't know, over socializing, or even just like reading. Like I love reading. I love my fantasy novels. I love Sarah J Maas. I cannot wait to start Crescent City because I just finished a Court of Glass, a Throne of Glass, and it was like the best series I've ever read. I wasn't like a big reader before Sarah J Maas, and I cannot wait. Netflix too. I cannot wait to just like sit with my book, my Kindle, and just read and have no responsibilities. Like that's part of my vision. That's part of my Nove right now. It's like really holding on to that. Like, you know, soon in a few months, once I'm done with this, then I can do that, and it will be so much better because I finished what I had started, rather than like if I were to go get distracted and give into temptation right now and like go run away into a fantasy world and I hadn't finished what I knew I needed to finish, I would be like resonating at guilt and resonating at shame and resonating at all this stuff. And when you resonate at those really low vibrational states, you then are opening yourself up for these service of self entities to come in, to infiltrate your mind, and to continue to enslave and entrap you and continue to hold you in the old timeline where you're away from your mission of bringing the light to the world, of raising the new earth, of being a part of this great awakening, and literally answering the call of why you came here. And when your light is so bright, I feel these things are much stronger. And continue, so right now what's coming through is like continue to protect yourself. Continue to put up the barriers and to say like, I choose that I am safe, I choose that I am healthy, I choose that I am protected. I cut all cords of attachment, I send everyone's energy back to them, I call all of my energy back to me. I command that for the rest of my life, I am divinely protected by, you know, angels, guides, my higher self, whatever, however you want to say, God's light, you know, a golden white light around me that never can be penetrated, that my soul sovereignty is never influenced. I know I'm speaking fast, but I just feel like it's meant to come out this way. And this is literally what I do. Whenever I feel like I've like maybe shifted into a lower vibration, and then I start to feel these like darkness things like trying to infiltrate, I can literally feel and see when it happens. I then do my protective stuff. Like the other night, when was that? 2 nights ago? The past 2 nights have been very hard, like very, very hard, because I literally feel like this is happening. Like, I don't know where these motherfucking mosquitoes get in this house, but it's not driving me crazy. I'm fine. This is fine. I don't want to give energy to it, but like, it is so fucking annoying. These mosquitoes get in somewhere in this house, and this house in general. The house, it's got mold. This house has mosquitoes. I have a little zapper thing, but like sometimes they don't go to the light. They'd rather go to me. And it just is like, I'm like, wow, holy shit. Like the darkness really did not want me to birth this idea of this app, and has been sending all of these really annoying things that would normally make me run and would normally make me like, you know, be in fear and like, you know, go to another country, go to another house, go to another, like be on the run, rather than like grounding and birthing this fucking vision of mine. Like now I'm getting a little spicy because I'm thinking about the other night where it was not just like the mosquitoes and the mold and like all that. It was like there's spiders. There was a spider crawling up the wall. So I go to like, sorry, I kill spiders. I went to go kill a spider, and then I come in here to, I don't know what else I was like gonna do something with for the mosquitoes, and I stepped on like a rock, like a sharp rock in the middle of the living room, and I was like, where did that come from? And then I'm like in pain, and it's the middle of the night, and I, you know, I just was like, wow, this is intense. Like, I can't believe I'm paying for this house. Like, it's beautiful and I'm grateful for it. And I love the view. I love walking to the ocean. I love being here in Portugal. I love this village. But I just come to realize, like, this really feels like the darkness not wanting the light to come through. And so when I felt that happening the other night after I stepped on the rock, I was like, oh, I recognize this. Like, I've seen this before. And so I put up my protective stuff. It was the same thing as when I was leaving Ireland, if you guys remember. I was leaving Ireland after being like trapped there and stranded there for 5 months. And I was trying to get on the flight, and it was just back-to-back things for that entire day from like 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the airport, where it just nothing made sense. Like, I got on the first flight, and then I don't know how long we've been recording, but like I got on the first flight and we're about to take off, and it was like already chaotic, and they were like, you know, messing up this and messing up that, and I had to pay like extra double for Duchess and like all this stuff. And I was like, whatever, we're gonna get off the island. And we're like about to take off, and I'm like, oh, we did it. And then they come and they tell me I have to get off the plane because Aslan's crate won't fit, even though it was the approved size for the crate, and it was like, they had approved it, I had paid for it, all this stuff. Like, it made no sense. And then I waited all day, and they kept telling me, oh, you're on this next flight. And then the next flight comes, and then they're like, oh, actually, we can't even take animals in the cargo on this flight. And I'm like, I asked you 5 million times, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And so it was that kind of thing. And I'm giving this example because it's like, when it's so frustrating like that, and it just feels like, sometimes it's redirection, but sometimes there's this like energy that doesn't want you to succeed, and it doesn't want you to go to Portugal, where you're going to birth this idea that's literally going to help people rewire their subconscious mind and remember the truth of who they are, and remember their abundance, and remember their freedom, and remember their love, and remember that they can have anything that they want. Like, that kind of thing. Like, we all have that kind of mission in our own existence, in our own way. But like, that kind of light is like really going to change the way, like, the service of self entity is based off of the law of one. They want to entrap, enslave, and like keep you limited. And so when you remember the truth of who you are, when you remember your light, you're no longer controllable. You're no longer in alignment with what they want from you. And so they do this penetrating the mind, penetrating the reality. When you're low, when you're stressed, when you're frustrated, when you're anxious, when you're feeling guilt and shame and embarrassment and all these things, then it's like, oh, we can infiltrate the reality by making them stressed about a moldy home, by making them stressed about mosquitoes. Like, literally, they are parasites, and like, these mosquitoes are parasites. And so, or in Ireland, like, trying to keep me trapped away from the land where I'm going to literally birth this idea of light, this life mission, this part of the new earth rising from within myself and from within the reality that I perceive. And so on the way home from the airport, after that like war of emotions within my being that entire day, I realized what was happening. And so I did that exact thing where I cut the cords of attachment. I called all of me back. I claimed my soul sovereignty. I sent all the darkness back. I commanded that I was divinely protected. And the next morning, we did the whole exact day again, like exact morning again, same time. My family friends, we got the same van. They drove me, or no, it was a different van because they were able to hold on to the crate at the airport, but still, same time. They dropped me off in the morning, same thing. Animals show up at the desk, but except this time it was so smooth. There was no problem. They even like escorted me to the gate, like they were treating me like royalty because they realized how much they had messed up. And it was just like back to back to back perfect. They even, like, I know this sounds bad, but like they lost two, or they were like delayed with 2 of my bags, but it was actually perfect because those 2 of my bags would not have fit in the Uber with my dogs and my cat. And so that was perfect because then the next day they delivered the bags, even though some things were broken, but it all worked out in the way that it was meant to. And it was easy. And so you have the power, if you feel like there's actually like something there that is like trying to hold you back from doing this like big fucking mission that you have right now, this idea, birthing into the reality that you're meant to be in, do a clearing. Like, do a clearing, go into your intuition, call all of you back, claim your sovereignty, say fuck off you motherfuckers. This is my reality, this is my Nove. I've been like very spicy, not spicy, spicy is like sexual, but like very like Aries the past few days. And I think that it's like part of what is needed, but also like Aries is a big thing in the astrology right now. We've just shifted into Aries, and I just feel like I'm burning away so much bullshit. Like when and that's the other part of this that I've realized is like, as I'm doing these clearings and as I'm shifting into a new energy, into a new timeline, and like literally going through the last bits of this birth canal, I'm seeing all the distortions that were in my life, like the people that were in my life and whatnot that were like kind of like masking themselves in love and light, but like really behind they were kind of like slithery and not so much with like pure intention. And I'm like, burn that away, burn that away. Not that I'm like burning a lot of bridges with friends and whatnot, like I love my friends so much, but like it's more like outer layer stuff. And I'm just seeing through so much distortion and like literally just like very Aries about it, and very much like, that does not come with me, that does not come with me, that does not come with me. Like when a female is giving birth, she does not fucking care about bullshit or drama or distortions of truth. She cares about her one mission of giving birth to the idea and being a mother and protecting that idea, and like being very fierce and being, you know, fragile but fierce, feminine but fierce. And this message is both for like the masculine and the feminine, but this idea is coming through the feminine because creation is more of the feminine energy and the masculine is more of like the doing. So you have to find that perfect balance of everything right now, and it's about to be so good. It's about to be better than you could have ever imagined. And I hope that this message landed with you in the way that it was meant to. I hope you found those little bits of like connecting the dots that I was talking about, that I have been experiencing a lot recently, because I feel that your angels and guides are really here to communicate with you and here to confirm that they are by your side in every single step of this. Like, you are never alone. You have never been forgotten. You are completely divinely supported, and you can call on the divine to support you in this whenever you need, you know, reassurance. You can ask for a sign whenever you need to, you know, feel like you are even more protected. Ask for ways that they can show you that you're protected, and, you know, word that in the right way. But yeah, you're never alone. You're divinely protected. You are loved. You are enough. You have everything that you've ever needed. The kingdom is within, and you are essential for the new earth rising. So I love you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. If you don't know what to say, you can put a wolf emoji. We love wolves here. Yeah, liking and subscribing really does support this channel. If you have a hype, you get 3 a week. And if you want to, I did that really weird. If you want to support this channel, please give it a hype. That really means the world to me. Let me know in the comments if you did, so I can give you some love. And if you want to join my women's retreat, don't join the group chat if you are a man, please. If you haven't joined my women's retreat in Italy this summer, it is in July with World Packers. So I will put the link below for the group chat, so you join the group chat and then we'll answer all the questions and whatnot in there once we have 50 women in there. And there's also going to be a link in the description that has like more information on it, like photos and stuff of the retreat. We'll be doing the retreat together, so I'll be kind of like doing it with you. I don't really think that I'm going to be like leading it like I initially was going to lead my retreat like a year ago. But I'm super excited to like be a retreat member and get to hang out with you guys, whoever comes and meets me in Italy. So we'll be doing horseback riding. It's not the farm that I was on. It's a different farm, more southern Italy, not completely southern, but horseback riding, yoga, eating good food, being in nature. It's going to be so fun. So links below. Nove will be live soon. You can join the waitlist, which will also be linked below. And I think that is it. I love you guys so much, and I'm like, should I open the door for that? yeah, I will open the door one last time for this. So the founding members, I will open the door. You can join as a founding member if you would like. I already technically closed it like a week ago, but because we haven't gotten started yet, because we have like 2 or 3 more days till the app is actually live in the App Store for the founding members, you can join if the link is still active. So if you are still wanting to and you feel like you missed the founding members like time to join, you can join below. If it's not active anymore, then you can't join anymore, so let that be the teller. That is all that I have for you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.